This is all of the intel locations on Citadel Day, more in Black Ops 6 Zombies. This is all of the audio logs, documents, as well as artifacts. Now, I'm going to go in order of where they appear within the intel menu, as I heard your complaints from the ones I did for the launch maps that it was harder to follow being out of order. But do let me know if you would prefer it this way, or alternatively, I can go from whichever ones are closest to spawn onwards, so you can do them consecutively. If you would prefer that, I can do that for the next DLC. Feedback out of the way, let's get into them. Firstly, for the audio logs. The very first piece you can find is called Good Afternoon, Mr. Richtofen. This is located on a crate next to the right entrance to the courtyard on the right side as you come into the village, so go ahead and collect that one there. Moving on, the second radio is you would have done the same. This can be found on the hillside ramparts on the box that's in the corner opposite of Elemental Pop. Moving on, we now have Historically Speaking. This can be found on the top floor of the tavern on top of this table here, right next to the pool table, so collect that there. Fourthly, we have Get It Done. If you head over to the Undercroft, you can find it on this table, right in the corner of the room. Furthermore, we now have the Do Your Damn Job audio log. This can be found in the entrance hall, so if you head in here, you need to shoot open this door and you can collect it from the left-hand side. In addition, we now have the Fair Enough radio. This one can be found in the dungeon by Quick Revive on this shelf right here, so collect that there. Now we have Survival of the Fittest. If you head over to the upper village, it's found next to the door here, right next to the ammo crate, so collect that there. Now we have the intel for the Foundling, which can be located on this nature path. If you come over here, it is right on top of this cobblestone wall, so go ahead and pick that up. Moving on, we have the New Horizons audio log. This one can be found within the sitting rooms, and you need to go to this archway right here next to the ammo crate, and that's where it is, so activate that. Finally, we have the last audio log, which is the 4 Knights Born Out of Wedlock. This one can be found in the dining hall. You need to make your way up the stairs to go to the top floor, and it's found above the ammo crate next to some rope, so go ahead and collect that there. Moving along, we now have the intel documents. There are only 4 of them. Firstly, we have the family book. This can be found if you blow up the hay in the barn next to the Deadshot Daiquiri perk in the hilltop, and this document is in French.
Fucking sticky. Marking location.
Furthermore, we have the Some Context document. In order to do this one, you need to fire yourself in the cannon back to spawn, and the document is on the roof of the tavern that you slide down. You need to hit interact as you slide near to it. This one is a bit tricky to do, so you need to really get the timing right, so it may take you many attempts to do this. Try to look at the document as you are attempting to grab it, but just keep at it and you should get it eventually. Now, if you don't know how to be able to actually fire yourself within the cannon, there is something you need to do. So after you have cranked the cannon that the game literally guides you towards, and then fired it to open up the keep, the crank actually goes to the spawn of the map. So you need to go back to the spawn and then collect the crank that you can see right here. There is another item you need to collect, and you can collect either of these items in any particular order. This item is the blowtorch and can be found in the dining hall room next to this oil right here. After you have collected these items, if you head all the way back to the castle walls, go through the courtyards up to the village ramparts and go back to the cannon. If you go up to it, you can place the items onto it, and now it allows you to crank the cannon so you can move it in either direction, so you can either fire yourself to the knight's room, or you can crank it back to before and send yourself back to spawn. Penultimately, we have the intake form document. This one can be obtained from the villager scent, specifically from the well, but in order to get this, you first need to wait for a vermin round to begin, and when a vermin round begins, you need to come up to the well, look and walk right by it until a vermin spider crawls out. You need to have it crawl out as a prerequisite in order to do this. Then all you need to do is throw a grenade into the well and you will be granted 1,000 points for free, as well as the intel. You can also now deposit points into the well if you want to share with others or use the double points, up to 10,000. That resets every vermin round, which you can get back similarly by throwing a grenade in. Finally, we have the statuesque. This one can be found within the alchemical labs. You need to interact with these books until it drops. Once again, this is another French document. Now we have the artifacts. So for the artifacts, there are 5 that you literally just get for getting the base sword, and then there is 1 for acquiring every single one of the upgraded swords: Caliburn, Durendal, Balmung, and Solace. I will have a guide linked in the description if you don't know how to get every single one of these swords, but yeah, you need to get all of them in order to obtain these. This next artifact can be obtained from defeating the Guardian final boss fight in the main quest. So once again, like I said earlier, there's a guide linked in the description if you do not know how to complete the main quest, which is the Obscurus Attilium that you can collect from completing it. Currently though, it's bugged in the game, but hopefully by the time you're watching this video, it is amended. I will also keep you updated if this might be incorrect, but apparently it's bugged. The final artifact is the Space Race, and this one can be obtained for doing the bartending Easter egg. Once you've gotten in here, you can pick it up on the counter. I will have a guide again linked in the description if you do not know how to do the bartending Easter egg. And you may need to serve the zombies very quickly in order to get the intel to spawn, considering the name is called Space Race. I'm not 100% sure on that though. It may just spawn in every single time, but just try and do it as quickly as possible. Obviously that's better for you anyways because you'll get more points. And yeah, that is literally how you get every single piece of intel on Citadelle Day More. Let me know in the comments down below how did you find all of these, or if you have any questions, or just in general if you want people to play with to help you collect all of these together. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not for latest and greatest Call of Duty news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.